In this video, I'll talk about the force between two long current carrying wires. If you have two wires, let's say here, wire 1 and this is wire 2, wire 1 and wire 2, and both are carrying current in the same direction. So if that is the case, then there exists a force between them. Now you might be wondering, why would there be a force? In order to answer that question, you have to go back and think about the Lorentz force. What is the Lorentz force here? The Lorentz force tells you Q V cross B. That is, there exists a force on a charged particle if it is placed in an external magnetic field. Alright? So, as we have two wires, current carrying wires, each wire has their own magnetic field. Alright? So now let's think about this wire here. The current, due to this current carrying wire, is along this direction. So the charge carriers, if it is positive charge carriers, all the charge carriers are moving in this direction. And there's a magnetic field too, and the magnetic field due to this wire here. So due to the wire 2, there's a magnetic field onto the wire 1, and the wire 1 has the charged particles that are in motion. So there will be a force, and the force will be perpendicular to the current direction and the magnetic field direction. Okay, or in other words, you can understand this is the wire 2. It has the magnetic field. If you use the right hand rule, then the magnetic field will be in this direction here. You see, due to the wire 2, due to the wire 1, the magnetic field will be along this direction here. This is the magnetic field due to wire 1, due to wire 1. All right, and this is the magnetic field due to wire 2. So what you have to notice here, the magnetic field due to these two wires, if the current are in the same direction, are in the opposite direction in between here. So if the magnetic flux or if the magnetic lines are in opposite direction, then they will attract. Just like a north and south poles, the magnetic fields are in opposite direction and they attract. And again, the later in the video, you can also calculate the direction of the force by using the right hand rule. Okay, so why there is a force between the two wires? In order to understand, again, think about the Lorentz force. There is a magnetic field onto this wire, onto the wire 1 due to the wire 2, and the charges are in motion. So each charge experiences a force due to the magnetic field due to the wire 2. So there will be a force. Okay, so far we established there will be a force. Now let's find out what is the magnitude of the force. So again, what we need to find out, what is the magnetic field due to this wire 2 due to the wire 1. Okay, the magnetic field due to I2 or due to wire 2 onto wire 1. So these two are the parallel current carrying wires, and let's say the distance between them is d. Then the magnetic field due to this wire onto the wire 1 will be given by this equation, and we already have established this equation. We already have found out this equation using the Biot-Savart law. So let me go back here. So you see here, this is the magnetic field due to a straight wire. What we find out, due to a long wire, the magnetic field is given by mu naught I 2 pi x. X is the distance between them. So already have found out this equation here, mu naught I divided by 2 pi d, and d is the distance. So now let's find out the force, and this is again the force on a current carrying wire. So in the last chapter we also talked about if a current carrying wire is in magnetic field, there will be a force, and the force is given by this equation here, I L cross V. The L is the length and the direction is in the direction of the current, and B is the external magnetic field. So the force onto this wire is given by I. So how much current is passing on this wire, that is I1. The length of the wire, this is the length of the wire, L, and the direction is in the direction of the current. And B2, the B2 is the external magnetic field onto this wire. Okay, so the B2 is the magnetic field due to the wire 2 onto wire 1. So that's the equation here. So the magnitude of the force is given by I1. Here we have assumed the I1 is constant, L cross B2 here. So if we look at this is a cross product here. The cross product, the magnitude, if we have two vectors, A vector cross B vector, then it is given by sine theta and vector here, and this is the magnitude here. So in this case, this is the length vector, and if you look at any point, the magnetic field and the length vector are always mutually perpendicular. So these two are mutual perpendicular in this case. Okay, so LB2, because sine 90 degree is 1. The angle between L vector and the magnetic field is 90 degree. So it will be simply LB2. And what is the magnetic field B2 here? The B2 is the magnetic field due to the wire 2 onto the wire 1. We already have calculated this one, which is mu naught I2 divided by 2 pi d. That's right here. So I'm rearranging the things here. Mu naught, it's here. I1, I2, and 2 pi d is here. And more frequently, we will be calculating the force per unit length. Okay, so not calculating the entire force here. Here I'm just calculating what is the magnitude of the force that acts onto a unit length. Okay, the unit length, it could be 1 meter, it could be 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter. So here we're interested in finding out the force per unit length, which is given by mu 0 I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d. So what you see here, the force is directly proportional to the currents I1 and I2, the product, divided by the 2 pi d. If there is a more separation, if there's a more gap, then the force starts decreasing. Okay, and here we have found out the force onto the wire 1 due to the wire 2, and by symmetry there will be exactly the same force acting onto this wire due to the wire 1, but of course the magnitude, the direction will be opposite. So this force, so here you see here, this is the force onto the wire 1 due to the wire 2. What does this mean? The force onto wire 1 due to the wire 2. If you calculate the magnitude of the force onto the wire 2, it will be F12 divided by length, and it's exactly the same thing, mu 0 I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d. So far we found out the magnitude of the force. Now let's find out the direction. The direction is, if you have the two current carrying wires, and if they are in the same direction, if the currents are in the same direction, the force will be attractive. You see, this is an attractive force. They try to attract each other. And if the currents are in opposite direction, then the force will be repulsive. They will try to repel each other. How do I know that the force will be attractive or the force will be repulsive? There are different ways of answering this question. So the one way is using the right hand rule. Okay, so if you align your the index finger in the direction of the current and the middle finger in the direction of the magnetic field, then your force will be given by the thumb direction. If you do that here in this case, then the force, so this is the magnetic field due to the wire 2, and if you look at here, then the length is in this direction here, and the magnetic field due to this wire at this point is in the upward direction. So if we use the right hand rule, the force will be in this direction. So I cannot show you the exact here, but if you use your own right hand and apply the right hand thumb rule, you should be able to figure out that the force is in this direction here and the force onto this wire is in this direction. Or in simple words, if you draw the magnetic field due to this wire is encircling, and this is the magnetic field due to the wire, and see they are in opposite direction. If the magnetic fields are in opposite direction, they attract. Okay, so now I will just show you one experimental demonstration of between the force between the two wires. So here it is. So let's see here, and this video is from the MIT. So you see here we have the two wires here, current carrying wires, and the circuits in parallel. Let's see what happens. So you see that they repel each other and they attract now. They repel each other, they attract now. Alright? So now if you look closely, so you can clearly see the force between the two wires depends upon the direction of the current. So if the currents are moving in the same direction, then the force will attract. And if the currents are moving in opposite direction, then they will repel. So this is it from this video. Again, if you have any questions, write down your question in the comment section below, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.